Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday. I hope everybody had a really good day. I hope everything went your way. And I am late. I am late. But guess what? I've almost got the kitchen clean. Like, almost. Y'all pray for me. Okay, so we're opening StreamYard. I was hoping we could do an auction tonight and see how that goes. So we will refresh StreamYard. Hi, whoever's out there. Let me know. Tell me what your favorite thing about today was. We're going to enter StreamYard. And what are we going to talk about? What are we going to talk about? Daddy got some stuff cut up on the sawmill today, which was super exciting. And I put some inventory away. I think I'm going to start doing the little shorty shorts and just do it like lots, like buy it now. And then so we'll put this one on mute through StreamYard. And we've got our little display name. And we're going to enter the studio through StreamYard. And we'll put up a double screen. Let's see. I was cracking up. I was in Susanna's channel. She was doing a live. She had one of those trivia games going. And those are so fun. I was having so much fun in her questions and everybody's answers. I really enjoyed that. So I don't know if anybody else is doing that type of content where you just like hang out and chat. Okay, guys, guess what? We're live. Oh, I'm so excited. I knew that was going to happen, right? Okay, so what's going on here? We got nothing. Add to stream. There's that. Here's this. And then now we want two. Two. Do we have two? Oh, let's see. Are we in this one? I don't know. This mic is muted. I've got this one and not that one. So did this one boot? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if there's anybody in the chat. Ooh, ended. That means this one is, I am so lost, y'all. One of these days, we're going to be able to get this. Ooh, and it's a race. Puppies are on fire. Let's refresh here. Fart Sack Jack, if you're out there, I dig that one stuck with me, and I want your permission to use it. That little nickname that you gave me, I like that one because I can make all different kinds, and that's pretty much me. You can serve me up, to the creme de la creme, or we can go eat it out on the dock, next to the lake. I like cupcake, and so I'm looking for Fart Sack Jack. Okay, Veterans Mercantile, we're trying to enter the studio. Puppies are running amok. They know that we are not parts. Return to dashboard. Leave the studio. You are not part of the stream yet. Click to add. Where do we click in? Here. Click. Where are we clicking to add? I am so lost. So is it only one now? That's that one. And then so where's this one? Camera mic. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's there. And I'm still in this ended. That's not right. So I need to go to StreamYard Home and get on this live. This is where I need to be. Thanks, y'all, for hanging out with me. Happy Sunday. Okay, so there's one of them. Enter the studio. Cut the mic on this side. That way the distortion is less. Okay, so there's that one. And then we have this one we need to add. So now we have two. And then, Oh, my puppies. Lord have mercy. They're not going to stop. They want that attention. Maybe Daddy will lay down on the couch with them and make them happy. He's trying to get them calmed down, y'all. Oh, my goodness. Okay. So we've got this. What else? Do we need a banner tonight? I believe we need a banner tonight. Tonight, our banner is going to be our goods and services. And it doesn't look that, let's see. Let's look at this one and edit. And then, so how we're going to do these auctions until I get this website worked out with this PayPal is PayPal goods and services. And so at the top, you're going to see paul@lunar.expressions.com. And that is our PayPal email address. And that's how we're going to do payments. Buy now, pay now. And then you're going to make sure your address, your shipping address, is valid in PayPal. And that way we don't have any issues with that. And then my email, I'm going to put in the chat, as well as if anybody wants me to put the StreamYard link up, say. And then, let's see, edit again. We're going to turn it into a ticker. Yeah, we're going to scroll that one, save it. This is all from StreamYard, working in the banners, and then add show right here. You don't need 50 of them. I need to go in and erase half these. Okay, there's that banner. We got Mercantile up. My name's Tina. Welcome tonight, y'all. I hope you're having an excellent evening. If you're here, just pop on over to the comments and let me know so I can say hi. I am going to be auctioning tonight. So we've got some super cool stuff to show you. And I'm going to flip this camera around. Let's see if I'm standing here. This needs to be here. That is so grainy. So bad, so bad, so bad. That's not right. Wow, we're getting into some serious angles here. There we go. Okay, so if you're here with us, let us know. Hit the chat. It should say live chat or chat right underneath the picture. And you click it and it'll open up and you can type. And it'll come up in a chat and I can see what you say. That way we can talk to each other if you like. And then so I'm going to drop this one. We're back over here on the camera and we go into, that wasn't right. We go into more and then we do settings, camera, and we're going to do the back face, facing the back. And welcome to the shop. It's the day after Christmas here. I hope everybody had a fantastic holiday. I hope you got to have some rest. I hope you got to do some self-care. Take a little time for yourself. Spend a little time with the family. Hope all your wishes came true. Oh, my puppies are going to be loud tonight. That's going to be interesting. So y'all know I carry phone cases. I've got all different kinds for the iPhone and different Samsungs. Y'all just let me know in the comments if you watch this later, if there's something particular you're looking for. I have all different kind of accessories. These are fun. You know, for our webcams that we use, like over the monitor on your laptop, you can put these little guys, they're little shutters. And so it's like a little sticker and they slide back and forth. So you can close the camera the same way we would click the camera icon at the bottom of the screen. When you click that, you go off camera and your little icon appears. So I'm going to turn on this upper light. I'm not satisfied with that lighting at all. Want to do a little shout out to Mr. Larry and LL Stash. I'll check him out if you're up at 4:30 in the morning. If not, check out his feed, like check out his content. Go watch his videos. He's awesome. Okay, Mr. Larry. So this one's for you. All right, we were talking about snapback trucker hats on trying to figure out smalls that are inexpensive that you can pick up almost anywhere, clean up with the stuff that you got at home, right? And then turn around and flip it on eBay for a significant amount of money, right? So Josh, I was able to catch him. He was selling a big lot of his snapback trucker hats, and I love them. And I got to keep several. Thank you, Josh. I love my hats. Okay. So, but Mr. Larry, back to Mr. Larry. Okay. So these are coming to you. These are 5 trucker hats. And what a trucker hat is something that you can slip over your head. You can form the bill. A lot of folks wear them flat, right? Like a flat bill. Mine's shaped all the way over my head. Like I don't want the sunshine and the wind and the dust getting in my eyeballs. So I wear my hat around my head. And I'm always looking for men's hats because theirs are bigger in the actual dome because I wear it down low. I want a larger dome. So everybody wears hats different, right? And so this is a snapback. You were asking what is snapback? This is a snapback. It's plastic. And on these vintage ones, Larry, they break easily. So anybody who collects these hats, you're real careful with all your little nubbers that stick up there because they break off. So when you're adjusting a hat, you want to be really super careful, go slow, take your time, and they'll go back together just like that. No big deal. Okay, see, now I'm in the Goodwill. I got 500 hats in front of me. What am I looking for? First thing you look for is tags that you can identify. If you know that brand, grab it. You know what I'm saying? If it's got a tag on it and you know the brand, grab it. Put it in your cart. Go on eBay. Look through your filters. How much did that sell for last? When's the last time it was sold? This one right here looks like a jalapeno, the flavor tour. Not really sure. Haven't researched any of these, Larry. We're going to do this together when you get them, right? This one in particular is brand new with tags. Most of mine are not. Most of mine are used, but they still fetch, like I said, $50, Larry. No joke, no kidding. Now, these 5 right here that I've picked out for you, these are Josh Nunez specials. These have been cleaned and gone over by Josh Nunez. And like this one right here is immaculate. It's brand new, right? But this one right here, I know this bad boy has seen some days. Look at this hat, Mr. Larry. He has completely restored the puffy bill. This is a 1970s hat. It's got the single stitch that goes all the way through and through, not this half and half, right? Check out the inside of this. How do you know a vintage hat? There's several ways. Look at the stitching, right? Look at how it's put together. Look at the materials. Look at the colors. Look at the foam. Do they make that kind of foam anymore? Is that something you can run out and pick up? Check out this netting. Look at the quality. Start picking up on things like your binding stitches. You can spot a single stitch binding stitch from a pile of hats because almost none of them have it. These are the ones you're looking for. These are vintage, 1980s and before. You're looking for sharp, crispy graphics. You want to be able to see what you're looking at. And if you recognize it, that brings more value. There's more value in the ones that you recognize. If you recognize it, somebody else will recognize it. So anyways, I wanted to show you these hats and the difference between a new with tags or with tags is that new has not been worn, has not been tried on, has not been through the Goodwill bins, has not been rescued from a storage unit, has not lived in a barn for 30 years. Okay. New with tags is new, like new, not, you know, everybody's got their own ideas. You have to make up your own mind. Okay, so these are the 5 that are coming to you. When you get them, hopefully you will come on the channel. I hope. I haven't even invited you yet formally and all with the email and all. But these are pretty cool, and I think they'll fetch you some dollars, and they're easy to list. And like I said, shout out Josh Nunez. I'm hoping you'll do some videos on how you did this. These hats are immaculate. They smell fresh. They are in pristine condition. And look at these tags. That's a Cobra tag, y'all. Y'all are looking at something from 1970s right there. You see that? This right here? Yeah. The more you dig, Larry, the more you're going to learn. And the more you look at others, you're going to figure out what you like, what you particularly care for. Okay, what's this remind you of? We're going to turn the table a little bit. The boss, right? We're going to go over all of these hats. I want you to look these up, and you'll see the differences in the prices from what we call a, like this one right here is, it's adjustable, right? But it's different. That's an adjustable hardware, right? Metal tone, Lord only knows. It's metal hardware. This is a plastic. They also have, let me see that snap on. Happy's just are not going to stop. Ones like this are the Velcro. And what makes it a trucker's cap is this netting. It's so your hair can breathe. And that snapback is almost always in a trucker's cap. And these bills that are shapeable, I want you to stop. You're done. That's over with. Go play. The bills. It's a different kind of bill. It's not plastic. It's different. It's a feeling. You can feel them. As soon as you pick it up, you can feel them. Okay, so these are going to Mr. Larry. And I also put you some different ones. Like this one's like a foot joy. These all came from Josh Nunez's collection. These are fantastic. Okay, and it's a Titleist. So what you'll find is when you can see that branding and you're at the Goodwills and you see that, you grab it. The ones that you recognize, this is a foot joy. Another one you want to grab. It's got lots of different ones. They're not all going to be the same. They'll all be different colors, different styles, but you're looking for these brands. Okay, we're going to move on into some auctions. Not auctions, you got to have viewers where you can have auctions. So we're going to do these buy it nows. And I had 5 in your collection, Larry, and it's those 5. I really appreciate that wolf plate, the timber wolves. That was really special to my heart. Thank you so very much, Mr. Larry. Okay. We're going to sell some stuff, y'all. What are we going to sell today? Something close. That's what I always tell my boys. Something close. Let's start here. Let's do a little, yeah, there's 2 Betty Crocker. Oh, there's 3. Let's see. 2, 3. I don't see any more Betty Crockers right here. But I got some other ones. Okay. So these are like, we call these, what is it called when you pass it down? Heritage. No. Heirloom. These are heirloom cookbooks. So these are passed down from family to family, generation to generation. Ellie gave me one when I first, started cooking, and I still have mine. It's similar to this, but this one right here This one's a special keepsake edition of the Big Red Cookbook, and that's this. So you get both in the set. And it's Betty Crocker, and this has got a jacket on it. Let's see if I can open this up just a little bit. Let's see. Let's get in front of it a little bit like this. Come back. Want to go back? What's everybody doing for New Year's? So we have the Betty Crocker cookbooks. Let's get this turned around. And this is the special keepsake edition. And let's just see how many. This is the Bridal Edition, y'all. Look at that. Bridal Edition. How cool is that? All right. And this is unsigned. Congratulations and best wishes for happy marriage. Original $29.99 USA. And it is, you know, full of really good recipes, full page color photos, steps, directions, and just like all the Betty Crocker, they are amazing. They have tips, they have tricks. It's an all around. It doesn't really get into any one thing, just a nice all around. And cooking basics. This is what I really appreciate about these books. In the middles here, they have these temperature guides and different ways of showing you like the time that it takes and the temperatures and what you're looking for, not just, you know, 280 degrees. You're looking for that meat to crisp or whatever it is. And it takes you through, you know, the back of the food, not just, you know, go get this and use this, but it goes more into like the nutritional values and the way that you prepare things and different ways that you can prepare things, like little variations to, you know, enhance the flavors. There's a million ways to make different things. How many pages is this guy? Dear newlyweds, congratulations with every meal together. You're building the memories that make your marriage unique. From that first unforgettable Thanksgiving dinner that you prepare to the birthday cake that becomes a favorite year after year, to the simple weeknight meals enjoyed together, you're creating a lifetime of experiences that bring you closer. And it goes on. Let's see how many pages we've got. We've got yields and equivalents in the back. This was a Betty Crocker book, an imprint of Wiley. I've seen that in the candy aisle. Wiley, not really sure. But it's a hardbound book, and I'm looking for the pages. And I'm not being, this binding is crispy. This is an old book, y'all. Here we go. We got page numbers. I'll get faster at this. Y'all tell me in the chat, what kind of weather are y'all having out there? It always gets like this here in Tennessee. It's just nice and warm, like shorts weather. Let's see here. Oh my goodness. A little more than 573 pages, y'all. It's a really nice hardbound book. It's got a lot of different recipes, and I'm still not seeing a year. The year it was published is very important. Still not seeing a year. Title page. Negatory. Nope. Okay. Not really sure. Bridal Edition. I bet it might be on that cover. Oh, look at that cover. Oh my goodness. It's got roses. This is underneath the sleeve. Wow, that is so pretty. Ellie used to make these beautiful books for brides, and they were in all white satin, and they were for their pictures. They're just lovely. Okay, this one is Betty Crocker cookies, and this is an oldie but goodie. People look for this. They collect these. These are old, very, very old. Betty Crocker. These list well, and you just wait for that right buyer. In the beginning, let's see, Homemade Cookies Made Easy. This was also an imprint of Wiley. So you can eBay, check that out. Check this one. Look it up. That's what they say. Look it up. You want to look this one up. I'm still looking for a year. I'm thinking 80s, y'all. Copyright 2010. This is a reprint. Check that out. 2010. Okay. Very cool. This one has just cookies, brownies, and bars. Monster cookies. Old-fashioned butter cookies. Tried my hand at those. They didn't last very long. Peanutty granola cookies. Orange. Crayon orange. And date nut. Ooh, date nut. Yum. Mama made date nut bread. I love dates. Yum. So we've got this one, Malted Madness cookies. This is a three cookbook lot. Fudge crinkles. Yum. Rich peanut butter cookies. Orange spice drops. Look at those. Wowzer. Let's see if I can get this angle a little better. My bangs need cut, y'all. Feathered up out my face. Barrette, Mama would be like, where's your barrette? Your hair's hanging in your face. Okay. Look at those. They're dipped in chocolate. And it looks like that orange marmalade's trapped in the chocolate. Oh, y'all, I could talk about food all day. Almond thumbprints. Daddy made, what is that called? He used to make is that peanut brittle. And then Ellie would make these ones called Divinity, and they were so good. Okay. Almonds bonbons. Yes, please. Citrus biscotti. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine a cup of tea with that? Okay, so this is all like little bar cookies, little drop cookies, butterscotch shortbread. Yes, anything butterscotch. Check them out. That'd be fun. That'd be fun for, what is it, New Year's. Ooh, I bet you that soft shortbread's underneath there too. Oh my goodness, yums. So we've got the bar cookies, the drop cookies, and then it just looks like these are all butter cookies, butter shortening, candy cookie sticks. I'm going to do, Miss Bonnie was saying she did those magic bars, and they have that coconut with all the different drops, chocolate drops, butterscotch drops, and they sound amazing. I think I want to do those. Okay, paintbrush cookies. There's that Chex and old snacking bars. I wonder if they have that Chex one Miss Susanna was just talking about. She called it puppy chow. This has got fruit. No, that's not it. Jewels and Stars bars. Kiddos would go crazy over those. Those look really good. I love dried fruit. Yum, yum. Or like when you puree fruit and make that, what is that stuff called? The fruit leather. Oh, yes, please. Holiday cookies. So it's got some of those in here too. Chocolate cherry pinwheels. Those look yummalicious. Yes, please. What else we got in here? How's everybody doing? How about we make the camera just bounce everywhere? We are checking out cookies. Do y'all like making cookies? Snowy shovels, pumpkin spice bars with cream cheese frosting. Yum. Boom. That's one of my favorites. Ginger snaps. Yum. Look at them bad boys. I like them with all that extra. I just like them plain. Plain and crispy. Melt in your mouth. Yum. Gingerbread cutouts. Interesting. What are these? Espresso thumbprint cookies. Look at that. Yeah. I wonder what that chocolate sauce, I bet like a ganache. I gotta quit bumping that. Y'all make this look so easy. Holiday melting moments. Those are beautiful. Those are the incredible out on a Christmas table, New Year's Eve table. They almost look like that glass. What is that glass called? Yum. Look at those Russian tea cakes. Those melt in your mouth. Incredible lemon tea cakes. Yes, please. See those little candies right there? Lemon drops. Those are super fun to make, and one batch makes enough for all year. I'm still pulling lemon drops out of the freezer, and they're still yummy. Hanukkah honey cookies. I wonder if that's anything like baklava. Have y'all tried that? It's so simple. Use that little phyllo dough and just honey, and you toast your little walnuts and you chop them up real fine in butter and cinnamon sugar. That's it. Layers, 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 layers. All your layers like cinnamon rolls. You just keep layering, layering, layering until you're all done. Lots and lots of layers, and then you bake it. And then you cut it up, and it is amazing. It's really good. You gotta try that one. Baklava. Double espresso brownies. Sister got me this coffee grinder, and then daddy got me these espresso beans that you like grind them up. And I do it every once in a while, you know. He got me some of that caramel coffee with no sugar. So it's the beans are flavored. Something's flavored inside of it without sugar, and they're amazing. Is that peanut butter? Oh, candy bar brownies, y'all. Lord of mercy. Check them out. Ooh. You know what you could do with them? Do one of them ice cream cakes with them. Yippers. Oh, that looks delicious. I want to do those score bars that crunch with the chocolate and the like, what is it called? It's toffee. It's not called caramel. It's called toffee. So down here, Denise Morgan. Hi, honey. How you doing? Thanks for coming. Thank you. It does look really, really good. And so instead of baking, I'm showing recipes because I would really love to be baking right now. Look at that. Boom. Man, that would light up a Christmas table. Look at them colors. And it's only like, what, 6 ingredients? Oh, this one's Cheater Pumpkin Eater. A box of fudge brownie mix. Oh my goodness. Okay, and then a quarter cup of water, 2/3 cup vegetable oil, 2 eggs, cup coarsely chopped cream-filled chocolate sandwich cookies. Oh my goodness. Half cup powdered sugar, 2 to 4 teaspoons of milk. Ooh, so this is uber richness. Chocolatey to the max. So looks good. Okay, moving on. Walnut lovers brownie, peanut butter swirl brownies. See, if I'm going to do peanut butter on chocolate, I want it to be like a Reese cup, like a peanut butter ball. Or I want like peanut butter or chocolate. Yeah, 6 layer brownies. There they are, Miss Bonnie. Look at that. She was telling us about making them. There they are right there with the coconut and the sweetened condensed milk and the nuts and all the chocolate chips and butterscotch chips and milk chocolate chips and sweet and dark. Oh, and it turns into caramel. 1 box of supreme brownie mix, 1/3 cup butter, egg, coconut, toffee bits, yum, chocolate chips, pecans, and a can of sweetened condensed milk. Miss Bonnie makes these, and my mouth is watering. So good. So good. What was your favorite recipe that you made this year? Mine was pumpkin pie. I canned and put up our pumpkin last year for it, did what pumpkins do, and pureed it and put it up in my jars and used it all through the year, different things. And I'd saved this one big quart jar for my pumpkin pies, and I busted it out and I did it. I was going to do it Thanksgiving. And I did that marathon instead. And Daddy's like, don't worry about it. We'll do it next time. All right. Brownie butterscotch squares. Okay. Tina needs a chapstick. I knew it wasn't far. Brownie butterscotch squares, triple vanilla brownies. Triple vanilla brownies? What's in that? Powdered sugar, granulated sugar, white vanilla bacon chips, butter, flour, nuts, vanilla. Where's the bulk of it coming from? You're basically baking a cake, but you're using that white vanilla baking chips as your flavor. That's interesting. Ellie used to make the best. She called it a dump cake, and you would take your yellow cake mix and a big stick of butter, and you get a can of these already made up cherries, like the cherries you put in a pie, like pie filling, and then you put and a can of the crushed pineapples. And then you put the pineapples and the cherries in the bottom, and then you put the cake mix all over the top, and then you put the butter and chunk it up, and then you bake it, and it turns into this amazing cobbler. It's so good. Okay. What does that say? Blonde? I thought you spelled blonde differently. Maybe like potato. White chocolate chunk blonde brownies. Oh my goodness. And then the back is the bars. Wow, graham and fruit. Yes, please. Macadamia nut pina colada. What do they do? Morgan's in it. Rum extract. Yeah, I promote the real deal. It's not going to kill you, I promise. The alcohol will back off. Be all right. Look at how tiny them pieces are. That tells me it is fudge rich. Itty bitty tiny little bites. Yum. Look at that dish. That is beautiful. And the doily underneath, that's what they used to do. Oh, what did you do with doilies? Well, I presented my baked goods. Made them look pretty on a table because it makes me feel nice. I like that. Saucepan granola bars. That sounds interesting. Toffee pecan bars. Craving other flavors? Try using raspberry flavored chocolate chips instead of the swirled chips. Or try coarsely chopped walnuts instead of the pecans. Hey. Hello, Frontier Survival. Thank you for coming. I appreciate the support. We're looking at cookbooks. Do you like cookbooks? Do you bake? Do you make candy? A lot of the guys bake and they don't talk about it, but they really do. They make pizza crust, they make bread. Yes, they do. Triple ginger bars. Ooh, I'm a fan. German chocolate bars. That's one of Daddy's favorites. German chocolate. Nice. What is this? This looks relatively easy. Butter, a box of German chocolate cake. Okay. Container coconut pecan creamy, ready to spread frosting. Okay, so you bake the cake, spread the frosting, and then what is the chips for? Blah blah blah. Over bake. Okay, you bake the cake, then the frosting, and then the chips, and then you save some cake mixture back, and then you drop it on top of the baked cake and the chips, and then you bake it another 30 minutes. Okay, well, that makes sense. So it'd give you a double layer, like when you grill both sides of the grilled cheese, you get that 4 times the crunch. You know what I'm talking about? Anybody know what I'm talking about? All right. Chewy chocolate oat bars. Those look amazing. I love oatmeal. White chocolate macadamia caramel bars. Lord. Oh, yeah. Is it homemade caramel? Are we using caramel out the little yellow cake mix? Butterscotch caramel topping. Okay, well, I figured out how to make caramel with no sugar. It's got all the fat, all the butter is in there and all, but it's with this agave syrup, and it doesn't jack my sugar, like spike it. It doesn't spike it as bad. Like I take the same insulin for the same 25 carbs, and potatoes hit me different than a piece of candy. And so, and longer, and it's for long lasting. But this caramel sauce is when I divvy out 25 carbs and I take enough insulin for 25 carbs, then yeah, I lost my train of thought. You made me laugh. My problem is I do more eating than baking. Yeah, I had to stop all that mess. Um, it's just I love baking and I can taste anything I want. But do I want to sacrifice, my carbs for this giant, big plate of food, which I love food. And so do I get to eat the big plate of food and fill my belly up and be all full? Or do I get a tiny little piece? And so the baking jacks that sugar up pretty quick, those carbohydrates in just tiny little. So I try to extend the recipe without breaking it and trying to reduce the sugar as much as possible and still get good results. Like y'all, you can't make candy without sugar, y'all. And so they're coming up with some new sugar-free frostings and things, which are scary to me. I found one that I've been using, but I still wonder, like, when you can't pronounce an ingredient, it's obviously not going to be good for your body. So figuring out what works is good. But I love to bake and I give it all away. And it's fun. Tiramisu bars. Those look amazing. The problem that I ran into, I wanted to send my viewers some cool stuff and figuring something out. Like the first thing that's low cost for me is banana bread. You can make a lot of it and it doesn't cost a lot of money, right? Or fudge, like scratch fudge. I'm not talking about marshmallow fudge. It's very inexpensive and you can make a lot with a little bit of money. But those things, there's a chance that they might go bad. They might be in a hot environment. They might, it's just, so yeah, I was disappointed. But in this index, how many pages is this? This is part of their set. Whatever's on the menu, make it easy with Betty Crocker. I like these little ones. They're easy to clean, hard back, spiral bounds. Nothing's going to go anywhere. That's the one thing about my favorite book, the one Ellie gave me. It's a 3-ring binder. And over the last, 30, 35 years, I've used it. And so my pages have wear. And I've even taken the little sticky dots and fixed them, but it's a problem. So you got to be real careful especially when you're cooking and your hands are wet from washing them, and dry your hands before you touch a book. I learned that the hard way. It looks to be 160 pages, y'all, in this cookie book. 100 favorite recipes right there. And I think it said 2010, this one came out. That's a really good one. And then this one's a 15th edition. This one's new. Better Homes. That one's Betty Crocker. These are better. Okay. So those two are Betty Crocker. This one's a Better Homes and Gardens. So mine is a Betty Crocker. This, or maybe not. I don't even know. It looks like this, but it's different. Different. This is newer. And this one's How We Cook Today. And I'm looking for a date, and this is heavy. This is a $30 book. There's the ISBN. If you want to take a screenshot and look it up. These hold high value because they're heirlooms. They can be passed on and reused for years. Like I've been using mine for over 30 years, y'all, and I still use it. Those recipes I go back to time and time again. And you think, you learn a recipe and you don't look at it anymore. That's not true. I have to look every time I go to make those oatmeal. What is it? Magic? They're not magic. It's oatmeal and it's no bake and you cook it on the stove and you start with your butter and your sugar and your chocolate and your milk. And then you bring it to temperature and your peanut butter's in there after it boils. And then you spread it all out and put your oatmeals in there. They're like a no bake cookie. I have to look up the recipe every single time. I feel like if I just do it without the recipe, then I'll remember more than likely. So this one has got tabs. This is a much larger book. This is made for, somebody that's getting into cooking. And so it not only has, let me see if I can show this to you, because in my book, the one I personally learned from, this cooking basics one was one of the one I went back to and back to and back to. What's the temperature on that chicken supposed to be? How much is it for that turkey? How long are you supposed to cook it? And so this one's got appetizers and snacks, beans, rice, and grains, beverages, which has got a lot of fun, like sangria, all kind of cool stuff, breads, breakfasts and brunches, cakes and frostings, candies, which is where you start getting into needing, a little bit, heavier saucepans, and you need, a little bit different type of, what do they call that? Your utensils, everything. There's old school's ways to do it, but like the new candy thermometers, when you're making candy, makes it almost where you don't mess it up. Hi, Ashley. Baby girl, are you still blue? I don't have the other one tonight. Are you still blue? I hope so. Denise Morgan, are you blue? Frontier Survival, are you blue? Are you interested in having a ranch? Let's check out these books. This one's new, hasn't been used. This one came out of a warehouse. This one, copyright 2010, Meredith Corporation. I'm feeling a reverberation. Let me drop this a little bit from my big mouth. Good Lord. All right. That looks yummy. Very yummy. I want to show you that bread. I am a bread person. I make bread. I eat bread. I love bread. Look at that meat. Y'all, I'm hungry. That looks amazing. What is that one called? What they call it? Some kind of cheesecake. Make it mine cheesecake. Boom. Look at how tall that is. Oh my goodness. My mouth is watering. There's some type of pasta on the bottom, salmon and pasta toss. Oh, love salmon. Love noodles. Love Parmesan cheese. That looks amazing. Yes, please. Okay, so it looks like we've got cooking basics, appetizers, snacks. We read through these. These are all the tabs. All the tabs. And then there's a index, cooking at high altitudes, and metric information. My nails are Hot Mess Express. I need to file in. It goes through, things that when you have a chance and you're interested, I know everything's on YouTube, but it's nice to have the page right in front of you and be able to go right to that page and remember what they were talking about and what they said. They give a lot of examples in this book. It has a lot of cooking basics. It goes over a lot of things that you wouldn't necessarily think about. There's that cookware word that I was looking for. And how to use different products. Like I had 15 things in my kitchen and I didn't even know what they were supposed to be used for. I use them for something totally different. So learning a little bit more about the words and what they mean. Like when they tell you to whip something, what does that mean versus fold? It has like the background and the keywords and the information that make it easier. And as you go through and create with these recipes, as you go in and search for other things out there on the internet, it'll give you more power with your keywords, knowing what things are called and knowing what you're looking for. And it just builds your repertoire. This has spices in it. This is a fantastic section I've went back to over and over again, especially when we started, experimenting with curries, which is a lot of fun. I like to experiment with curries. Things like freezing foods and recipe nutrition guides. This thing is packed full, and then you start getting more into the meat of the book. And it's got fantastic how to, and it has variations. And then it's got pictures, and there's different ways that they use reference. It's alphabetical from the back, and from the front, it's in tabs. So you have two ways of finding different things. And this one has some that mine didn't. So, breakfasts and brunches and things, all of these that you pick up are going to be different. And so this one is just got, fantastic recipes, cakes and frostings, one of my favorites. Y'all making your cake at home, you use, about the same amount of money to buy the ingredients and make double. So you got one to put in the freezer. By the time you get done buying your frosting and your cake and all your flavors and your toppings, it's just, and it tastes better and it's fresh. Oh, and canning and freezing, that's when I learned from mine. That's where I started, right here, because I didn't know the first thing about it. And so once I got through this part, then I started experimenting on YouTube. You know, is it safe to can vegetables? How do you do that? The right way, the proper way. So a year later, like I did yesterday, go in the pantry and pull out your pumpkin puree from last year, and you pop that top and it smells like fresh pumpkin puree a year later, and no kind of nothing in it except pumpkin puree. And it has to do with reaching those temperatures, and getting that proper seal. And it takes practice. Like I've bought several through the years, but within just a couple weeks, you keep watching those rims, and you'll know. Okay, so these are cookbooks, and they are from various publishers. Two are from Betty Crocker. One is from Better Homes and Gardens. All three are hardbound. Oh, wow, that looks good. Apple butter Starvalons. So the apple butter recipe in this book is probably very similar to the one in my book. People just use different things to pull different flavors. Like I use in this one right here, they use a lemon juice. And in mine, I use a cardamom, cardamom. Yeah. And it brings that same acidic flavor against the sweet of the apples. Love apple butter. I don't know about y'all. That was one of my favorites. Okay, raspberry jam. Oh my goodness. Now we're getting into vegetables. And y'all, it's totally possible. A lot of my friends are like, well, I can't grow. Yes, you can. Okay. Yes, you can. You see this right here? These are cucumbers. And you can grow cucumbers on the countertop in your house when you have no windows. Okay. Out in the shed, you can grow cucumbers on a countertop with no windows. It's all about, how bad do you want to? Do you want to go out there and turn that dirt and make it do what you want it to do, mix in what's necessary for them plants to get what they need to grow? Are you going to tend them, or are you going to let the weeds suck out all their nutrients? You know what I'm saying? You wonder why we pick the weeds. It's so they don't suck all the nutrients out. Okay, so now we're in casseroles, and this looks amazing. This is what brother had for last night. Brian had a pot roast, and that's making me drool. Look at that. That is beautiful. And this is something else I like to eat. Mushrooms, favorite. Daddy takes me to a favorite restaurant, the Asuka, and it's all, I believe, Japanese. Not real sure. I think they mixed it up in there, different chefs, different times. But they have the most amazing hot and sour soup on the planet. And I get full every time getting mushrooms out of all the different sauces. They're my favorite. That is a shepherd's pie. What is this? This is Italian polenta casserole. Okay. Okay. I was seeing shepherd's pie, but all right. A little different. Y'all, I'm starting to buzz. You know what that means. Okay. We have 5 people in our chat. Thanks for coming. I have no idea why this is so grainy. Like, is it dirty? I don't even know. I think it may be me on this white background. I'm not really sure what's going on here. But we're into our third cookbook, and these are all part of one lot. And I'm gonna do a buy it now of um $50. Yes, for these three particular books. And that's an incredible deal. There's plenty of meat left on the bone if you're a reseller. And it's a great deal if you went out and bought these, online. You can look them up. These are incredible books. They last. Oh, that one's a good one. These are easy peasy too, y'all. Like you can make your own crust, or you can buy the pop crust, what are those called? Croissants. Yes, and you put the meat in there and all the little, what are those? The tomatoes that are like in the olive oil. I can't, roasted red peppers and olive oil. Oh my goodness. I love my garden, Denise. I didn't get to do a garden. I tore my shoulder out, but I'm doing a garden this year. I don't care if it's in pots. I'm doing a garden. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I am digging that stir fry. Oh, yum. Yum, yum. And these are all just little stuff you can just like pick up, at the store and then just, whip it together. Figure out what you have and use it. Ooh, cookies and bars. Yes, please. You see that caramel sauce? That's what that sauce looks like that I can make without the sugar, without the agave, without the sugar. And instead I use agave syrup, almost like a maple syrup, but a little different, a little sweeter, use a lot less. Cookies and bars. Oh my goodness. Yes, Tina needs to make some cookies. Look at those thumbprint cookies. I want to do some little shortbread. Those were my favorite, my mama's favorite. Definitely got to do some shortbread within the next 3 or 4 days. That would make my soul happy. And what's that one called? Baklava. Daddy went and got all the stuff to do it, and I'm going to do that one for him. He really likes it and keeps well. Almond Biscotti. Paul does chocolate chunk biscotti and almond biscotti, and it's twice baked, and it is amazing, and it's easy. You gotta try biscotti if you don't know how to make biscotti. It's super simple, easy peasy, like that shortbread. This is the one I'm gonna do. That's the same recipe I have right there. Same one. You can do it different ways, do it however you want. This is how I end up doing my little fried pies, because I bake them. And I don't want that wet crust. I want that super dry. It's almost like it's a crust. Yeah, for the baked pies that have that crisp, because not snappy crisp. It's more like a tender crisp. See, this will give you a better idea. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like when you bend them, they break, but not snap. Lemony glazed shortbread bars. Oh my goodness. Yes, please. Brownies. Always a family favorite. Always, always. Did I tell y'all my son come back and got that pumpkin pie? That was adorable. That like made my heart smile. Yummy no-bake bars. Yes, please. We love those. Those go together really, really quick. Unless you're talking about like peppermint patties. Those take a hot minute. Biscuits. Best biscuits on the planet are made by Paul Hancock. And if you ever get to try them, you will believe me. You'll understand what I'm talking about. That man, his biscuits are so tender that you can bite all the way to the bottom and nothing will fall off. And they still like melt in your mouth. They're so tender and yummy and delicious. Okay, so we're getting through this 3-book lot here. And I have no idea what the price I just put on it is. So I'll go back through later. Maybe somebody will email me I'm going to put my email in the chat. That's baklava. Where's it at? What did they call it? Fruity pizza? What is this? Baklava right there. It's so simple, y'all. There it is right there. Baklava. And all it is layers and layers and layers of that little phyllo dough. And you get it over there in your little grocery section. Hundreds and hundreds. No, Tina. There's probably 50 sheets in a box and you use 2 boxes. So that's 100. There's 100. And you just do layers, 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 layers. And then you soak it in that honey butter. And it's just, it soaks it all up. And it's the crispiest, yummiest, melts in your mouth, honey candy. I don't know if anybody ever did those honeybees. What were they called? Had the little picture of the honeybee on there. I don't know what it was called. It was one of my favorite little candies. Gooey desserts. Yes, please. And so, creme brulee. Oh my goodness. Yum. So let me know what you guys did today. It's Sunday. Is anybody like getting ready for tomorrow? Anything new and exciting on the horizon? Yes, look at that. Boom, this is my favorite section. Check that out. Oh my goodness. Yes. Dry rub ribs. Yes, please. Steaks. So it teaches you a little bit about this, a little bit about that, but a nice round understanding of temperatures, and it goes over it in every single one. You're not hunting, what they say about that. And some of this you read one time and you never go back to it again because you absorb it. But these right here, oh, favorite with the dip. Okay. Am I boring y'all to death? Are y'all ready to look at something else? Smoking essentials. My sister up in Alaska, they do it different. They don't use these little bitty things. They dry them while they're smoking. It's more of a drying process than like a flavor addition. Those look incredible. Mozzarella cheese sticks. Oh, yes, please. Do we have any interest on the cookbooks? Hi, Brian Hancock. How are you, brother? Thanks for coming tonight. Let's see what's yummy in here. Pasta. Anything with Parmesan cheese, please. And it tells you names. So, like, when you're like, what is that one? And what was it called? And you can go in here and it'll tell you. It'll tell you what things are. And, oh, that's what that is. Okay. It's just full of information. It's an incredible resource. Great cooking tool. It goes over several things like, making your own pasta, y'all. It's flour and olive oil and salt and a little bit of water. And that makes pasta. And you can dry it and keep it for later use if you wanted. Happy Sunday, Brian. How did your football team go? Who won? Pasta. That sounds incredible, right? Oh my. And then we're into the pies. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, that's a brownie walnut pie. Oh, who doesn't like a brownie walnut pie? Is that lemon meringue? Boom. That's one of my brother's favorites right there. I got good at that one. That one's fun. And coconut cream. Shout out Nicholas Hoadley. Love you. Mean it ever and ever. Does that say fried chicken? I still to this day, y'all, cannot make fried chicken. Okay. It's either too crispy, too dark, or the skin pulls away from the chicken. And so, Daddy is schooling me on this fried chicken thing because that man can make some serious fried chicken. Like, we pumped out 2 families worth of fried chicken for the funeral, and he makes incredible fried chicken. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all, if y'all ever get a chance to eat this man's food, you take him up on it, okay? Seahawks lost. I'm sorry, brother. Did that mess with of course it did, their score standings and all, who they get to play and all. But there's things y'all can do with food here. Chicken lo mein, I mean, yes, please. Tend to try sauces: leek, parmesan, mushroom, tomato, lemon, balsamic caper, bacon, almond, basil, mustard, and cilantro. Cilantro is one of Paul's very favorites. I try to use that one. And these right here, this is called, what do they call that? The chicken cordon bleu. And in here, they're calling it cheese stuffed chicken breast. But that's a chicken cordon bleu right there. You just smash them out so they're super, super flat. After you cut them open, butterfly them. Stuff all your stuff in there, wrap them up, roll them up in the Parmesan crust, and then you fry them. And I bake mine. So Daddy's like, "Can't we fry some food?" Sure. He makes the best fried potatoes, him and brother. Oh my goodness, coconut chicken with pineapple mango salsa, y'all. Fried chicken is tough one to make right. I'm still trying, but it's always overdone. I always get it too done. I want to make sure, and I like it to fall off the bone, and then all of my fried chicken layer crust comes off, and I still eat it. It's still yummy, but it's not what I want. Like Daddy's are like tight. Like you can bite the chicken and the crust, it's crust and meat. Instead of where mine, you get a mouthful of crust and then you get a mouthful of meat. Yeah, I'm still working on it. Parmesan rice. Oh, yes, please. I want to do some of those. What is that called? Vegetable medley, where you put the seasonings in there and you steam them. That sounds so good. And somebody got me thinking about hot bacon honey mustard dressing. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. We were talking about saving our bacon grease. And I do. I save my bacon grease in the refrigerator because I don't need any animals. But bacon grease in the refrigerator, and then you make the honey mustard dressing, and you incorporate your hot bacon into your honey mustard dressing. And I'm telling you what, you serve it warm. It's not a cold dressing. It's hot. Hot bacon, honey mustard dressing, and it'll change your life. I'm telling you. It's phenomenal. It puts an edge on that mustard. It just does something. My daddy makes the baked beans. Well, that's how I make baked beans now. He taught me how to do it, but he does his base sauce with that mustard, and it makes that thick, rich, yummy, tart, sweet, yum, yum, yum. I'm getting hungry. Is anybody? Can you tell? Lord of mercy. Oh, this food looks amazing. Brine turkey, we do that. That's fun. We do lots of salads. He never fusses because I always put all kinds of crunchies and munchies in there. And we do a ton of sandwiches. Do y'all do a lot of sandwiches at home? We grow these lettuces. Let's see what they got here. Red cabbage. Haven't been successful with that, but I have gotten green cabbage in the dirt, from the dirt. And then there's curly endive, no endive. Iceberg, I've successfully done that hydroponically. Frisee, no. Red butterhead, no. Butterhead, yes. That's a Tom Thumb, butterhead. The red leaf, I've gotten a little bit. It's too hot for that here. And then the spinach grew like incredibly crazy. And the romaine, there it is right there. That's the one I had the most success with. That one grew faster, denser, stronger, sweeter than this iceberg. And I think it had something to do with my nutrients, how I set up my pH and all. All the lettuces, they want different things. But those cabbages, those veiny ones right there, they grow really, really well hydroponically. Like I was harvesting every 25 days. Incredible system. It takes a lot. It's 2 times what growing in the dirt work. I'm gonna say 3 times because it's longer season. You're working with dripper tips, not a spray water giant, water in your garden. I use dripper tips, and each one of them has to be, checked. Anybody who does these shenanigans knows exactly what I'm talking about. And walk out and your sprayer spraying everywhere. You know what I mean? It's arduous, but it's worth it. Pulling fresh vegetables out of I love this stuff. Do y'all like the sweet coleslaw, or do y'all like the vinegar base? Do y'all like the mayonnaise base or the vinegar base? Because both of them are sweet, so that didn't make any sense. I like the vinegar base. And grandma taught me how to make that one. It's got sugar in it. It's super yummy. And then I love cucumbers. Just put cucumbers and salt and pepper, mostly pepper, cover them. Potato salad. Oh, y'all, potato salad is like famous in my family. And Ellie makes the best potato salad. And she taught me how to make her potato salad. And folks asked for that potato salad. Tina, when you gonna make that potato salad? Won't you send me some potato salad, Tina? Yep, yep. So it is living on and on. And her whole secret, and she didn't make it a secret. She's like, it's the dill pickle juice. The dill pickles and the dill pickle juice. And that's the magic. And it is the magic. I'm going to tell you, it changes it. That vinegar, ooh, that looks yummy. They call this one a Waldorf salad, and they say it's fast. I don't know, but then that top layer looks yumlicious. Sandwiches and pizza. We do a lot of pizza around here. Just make up the little crust and throw some sauce on there and some cheese, whatever meat I got, vegetables, boom. Ready to go. Pork tenderloin sandwiches. Oh, yum. Elfie Lane, I am thinking of you right now. Yeah, we like dagwiches. We like big, fat, yummy, juicy sandwiches. Ooh, look at that one. Daddy makes these croissants. He makes these. They take a ton of butter, and you got to fold and fold and fold and fold, but he makes them, and they melt in your mouth, those ones. Like the croissants from the store don't do that. They do. Those are paninis. Sauces and relishes. Hollandaise, that one's tricky. That one takes some little tricky little time. Like that fudge, you can't walk away from it. You don't let it get too hot. You're constantly monitoring that. And here's one I used from that other book too, that slow cooker recipes. There it is right there. Slow cooker recipes. These you throw in the pot and you walk away and you go do your work, and when you come back, it's ready. And there is no burn, there is no hurrying through. You just open the pot. My very favorite slow cooker recipe is Beverly Hoadley, my sister-in-law. She does one with the meatballs and a can of pineapples and a can of barbecue sauce. And I tell you what, they disappear every time. Last time she brought it to a party, she went to the Sam's Club and she bought the big one, the big tray, the big casserole, 16 by 9 casserole full of these meatballs. And they were gone. Tina didn't get none in the refrigerator. Okay. So good. Miss Bonnie, I so am craving baked macaroni and cheese. I have not stopped thinking about it since I spoke with you. I hope you're having an amazing day. Barbecued brisket. Brisket's tricky. Brisket, plan on messing up first couple ones, but they're always yummy. And once you get it right, you'll know exactly what you're looking for just by touching that meat. Same way they teach you touching meat, cooking meat. The harder it gets, the more well done, the more leathery, nice and slow. Look at that. These are some of my favorites. See these soups? My favorite's minestrone. Mama called them kitchen sink soups. You just throw whatever's in the refrigerator and make you a broth. And I try to cook down all my bones and keep my broth. And so I cheat and keep it in the freezer and throw it in the crock pot with whatever vegetables are in there and a little bit of meat and come back to it later. And it's all gravy and yummy and beautiful. And fish. Oh, yum. Everybody's talking about fishing. Sounds so good. I'm looking for smelt. Daddy used to make smelt when I was a little girl in this one place, and I remember that being so good. And I've been asking around trying to find out. I think we were in a place called Yuba City, maybe. I'm not really for sure. Eureka? No, I'm not really sure, but it was smelt and it was in the freezer, and they would do something to it. I think they fried it, but they're just tiny little fishes, and they're so delicious. Okay, so we're getting to the end of our little cookbook situation, y'all. So I'm going to set this one to the side and I'm going to grab one more. Y'all let me know if you're interested in the Better Homes and Gardens new cookbook, 15th edition, and the two Betty Crockers. There's a cookie book, and then there's a keepsake edition of the Big Red Cookbook, which I believe this is the one that I own, the Betty Crocker. And this is a bridal edition, and these are all brand new hardbacks. Let's look at one more. This one's one of my favorites to show. And I'll do this one, $10 shipped. So it's the Gourmet Cookie Book. And this is a high value on eBay for the right buyer. But at home, this book is phenomenal. And the only reason I'm selling this one is because this one is new and I have one already. So this is super cool. Let's see how many pages. This is a really good one if you enjoy cookies. It's like got something for everybody. 161 pages. Published in 2010. Copyright. And we have, let's see if I can get this in here. Are y'all into cookbooks? Do y'all dig cookbooks? We've got the index, sources, the basics, Grand Marnier, glazed, Pond de Pes, cookies. Look at that. Yes, please. Wouldn't those look amazing on a cookie tray? I saw them done cookie trays. I made pumpkin pie though, I told y'all. Oh, these look interesting. What are these? The almost like those little puffs. We called them what, macaroons? These are called glittering lemon sandwich cookies. So those look super yummy. I like the ones that bite you back. They're so powerful flavor. They explode in your mouth. Those are amazing. Trios, look at those little gems. Those are super cool. Half and halves, mini black and white cookies. This guy's $10. Buy it now and that's shipped to you. We got the rolls and the biscotti. Ooh, that one looks good. That almost looked like Daddy's peanut brittle, but it's the wrong color. Scandinavian rosettes. Those look beautiful. Cranberry turtle bars. Got little walnut acorn cookies. That's from the 2000s. Skibo Castle ginger crunch. That looks super yummy. Almost like a toffee, I bet. Sugar ginger baking powder. So it is like a toffee, almost like a brittle or a brickle. Brownies. Chocolate coconut squares. Anise scented fig and date swirls. That's what licorice, sambuca, Jägermeister. That's anise. flavor, and I love licorice flavor. The black, that's the black licorice flavor. I love that one. Heart-shaped chocolate almond spice cookies. So these are little tiny ones that melt in your mouth. Strawberry tart cookies. Cranberry pistachio biscotti. Cinnamon almond wafers. Those look amazing. Mocha cookies. Those are from the 90s. Cornetti almond cookies. By 1989, America was beginning its long love affair with Italian food. In the gastronomy sans argent column, the editors preferred recipes for winter pasta sauces. The magazine's West Coast critic revealed in bruschetta spidini and risotto at the 2-year-old restaurant Alibito. And one reader wrote in to request a recipe for a cookie she had tasted at the Italian bakery in Victoria, British Columbia. To try it and you'll understand why. The cookie, from an old family recipe from Turin, is made with ground almonds and cornmeal, which lend it an unusual and appealing gravelly texture. The aroma of the fine chopped candied orange peel permeates the dough so that in your first bite, you'll simultaneously taste fruit, sugar, and nuts. I mean, that sounds pretty good. What do y'all think? That one sounds pretty good. Pistachio tools, bride's cookies, pecan tassies. I like those ones called pralines. They're made with pecans. They're amazing. Oh, and have y'all tried the candied, what are those called? Gone nuts. Something gone nuts. And it's like a candied pecan, caramel salt, sea salt, caramel, pecan, candied pecans. Nuts on the run, runs on the nuts or something. I don't know. They're amazing. I'll look at it and tell you all about it. Pecan treats. These look like tiny little pecan pies, maybe squares. Bourbon balls. Aunt Pammy made bourbon balls. They are so delicious. Raisins, bourbon, chocolate wafer crumbs, brown sugar, chopped pecans, unsulfured molasses, cinnamon, ground ginger, cloves, pecans. Aunt Pammy's were amazing. That was from the 1980s. Anise cookies, Irish coffee, crunchies, lemon thins. Those look really good. Greek butter cookies, crescent cheese cookies, Dutch caramel cashew cookies, speculoos. Those look interesting. A former minister of foreign affairs in Holland offended many cooks when he informed the world that the speculoos was Europe's best cookie. That is a matter of opinion, but it is a matter of fact that they are among the oldest cookies in record. For speculoos have been baked in the Netherlands for centuries. They began life as gifts to the gods, left in the fields as offerings to endure a great harvest, a good harvest. But humans are equally enamored of this cross between a spice cookie and shortbread because of their comfortingly robust and old-fashioned flavor. Well, they look delicious. What do y'all think? Shoe sole cookies. I'm looking for those donut, what are they called? Donut sticks. I have an old recipe for that one I'm looking for. Those were all from the 1970s. So these are by year. Florentines, chocolate almond slices, apricot shoes, ginger sugar cookies, fig cookies, curled wafers. These melt in your mouth. You can fill them up with ricotta or about near anything and tap, what do they call that? Cannoli, cottage cheese cookies, brown butter cookies, pine nut macaroons. Those are all from the 60s. We got one more here. This is saying 50s. Gingerbread men, Brazil nut crescents. Brazil nuts. Mama called these something else. I like those. Lace cookies, oatmeal molasses cookies, biscotti. Ooh, what is that? Benet. They get those in New Orleans. Benet. They say it's really yummy. Coconut bars. Palettes de dames. They look super thin. Sugar shoots. Sugar shuttles. That looks pretty tasty. Chocolate wafers. Those are what was called for in that other recipe, and there's how to make them. Those are from the 50s. Ooh, are these from the 40s? Brandy snaps. Jelly centers. Old-fashioned Christmas butter cookies. Moravian white Christmas cookies. Look at those. What is that glass that they put together and then take slices from? Date bars. Yes, please. Cinnamon sugar crisps. Scotch oat crunchies. Honey refrigerator cookies. Cajun macaroons. Yep, those are from the 40s. So it starts at the 40s. Here's the contents at a glance. And here's the picture, so you can just go through and find what it is you were looking for by picture instead of by words. These displays are awesome. Pick up little tips and tricks along the way. Okay, he's $10 shipped, and his name is the Gourmet Cookie Book. A lot of meat left on this bone, y'all. Sarah Moulton. Okay, we're going to do one more. This is another cookie book, the All-American Cookie Book. Nancy Baguette. Let's see what we got. The perfect book for every cookie-loving American. Got some pretty yummy stuff going on right there. This guy right here, he's 25 shits. And all these books go out and media. There's the original retail there. For this trailblazing collection of America's favorite cookies, Nancy Baguette crisscrossed the nation visiting small-town bakeries, chic urban cookie boutiques, rural inns, bed and breakfasts, farmers markets, and the homes of locally owned cooks. She combed through community cookbooks and searched out long-list heirloom recipes, sure-handedly reworking every recipe in her own kitchen. The All-American Cookie Book celebrates regional gems from every corner of the country. Pennsylvania Dutch soft sugar cookies, New York black and whites, New Mexican biscottis, biscochitos, key lime frosties from Florida, and mocha espresso wafers from Seattle. A sophisticated hazelnut chocolate sandwich cookie that was the closely guarded secret of an Oregon hostess is here. And so is a delightful, crisp, and easy to roll out old-fashioned gingerbread cookie recreated from a handwritten 1880s notebook. Homespun classics abound: chocolate whoopie pies, caramel apple crumb bars, chocolate chunk brownies, and caramel frosted brown sugar drops. The collection also features devastatingly delicious contemporary creations like chewy chocolate chunk monster cookies and cranberry cherry icebox ribbons. For children and adults alike, one of the most exciting chapters will be the lavishly illustrated cookie decorating and crafts. which includes everything from simple projects like Christmas cookies and chocolate gingerbread bears to an elaborate gingerbread house. As Nancy Baguette tells the story of America's heritage, she slips in fascinating bits of history showing the evolution of our homegrown baking traditions. And yes, my little beeper, my sugar is going low. So I'm going to wrap this up. This guy's 35 shipped. He was published in what year? Text copyright 2001. And you can look it up on eBay. If you're a reseller that's got a banging meaty bone there. But hopefully this will go to a private collector. This is got some fantastic recipes. So maybe if you don't have this in your collection as of yet, this is definitely a nice add. And so this one's 35 shipped, and let's see how many pages it is. Pages. Plenty of room to write notes. 395 pages. And it is a hardbound book. All of these books are hardbacks. And here's the cover. You can check it out. Winner of the IACP award. So y'all just hit me up if you're interested. And I will be hopefully seeing y'all in the chats and out in YouTube land. And we're going to call it a night tonight. And I'm going to finish up doing my shipping so I don't get in trouble with eBay. And y'all know how to reach out to me. I don't think we're over 100, so I'm not for sure if these chat comments aren't going to roll over. So what we're going to do is put one of these banners in here. Let's see this one that says Veterans Mercantile. And then this other one. Thank you, Denise Morgan. Let me know if you see anything that you like. I do personal shopping anytime. You know what I'm saying? Feel free to ask questions and tell me, what you think, and just talk at me, and I'll talk at you instead of typing. Talk through the screen, I guess, whatever. And then so Veterans Mercantile, they need to know my name. And then the chat disappears. So let's put it over here in this banner. So it's got my visionaryconcepts.us right here. And so that'll get held in the video. Does everybody have a wrench that wanted a wrench? Let me know, reach out and let me know if you're interested in having a wrench and you don't have one yet. Thanks for coming, Denise Morgan. I hope you have an amazing Sunday, and I hope to see you again soon. Everybody, enjoy your evening, and reach out and let me know if you saw something you like. I'm here to sell, y'all. Y'all know that. And I will catch you on the midnight special tomorrow night. Peace.